I'm super excited to talk to you.
Yes, hi.
When I was little, even today, I literally remember looking in people's homes and thinking about how they lived and what they would say. And I do this today. So I want to know, how did you come up with the concept?
It was very simple because I didn't have a new idea for my next movie, but I really wanted to my next projects to be a bit different from the rest because when I make a film, it's normal way that I'm chasing for my protagonists and I'm looking for them everywhere. And this time I was thinking that maybe it will be good to change the rule of the rules of the game and exchanging our roles because now when I stand in one fixed place, maybe I could see more that I'm traveling around. That was my idea, philosophical, let's say, idea behind the project.
Right.
But the truth is that I was sitting on a balcony, having tea or coffee with my wife, and thinking about the new film. But I realized that I'm eavesdropping people during that time, and I was watching them. I'm always curious, about people, who they are. So they were walking by, normal, regular passerby or the neighbors, my neighbors, and I was asking myself who they are, what they are having in their heads, in their hearts, what kind of life they have. So I decided to ask them such a simple and difficult in the same time question. So I put my camera in one fixed place, just having one film frame, and I asked them to come closer and to chat with me. Yes, curiosity.
And there it is. I love the kid. You're like saying, well, tell me something. And it's like, I want my ice cream. You're like, no, that's an ad. So tell me something else. It was just so many moments of like laughter and sadness. I mean, the woman that, I love the woman who talked about her
Your
losing
husband.
her husband, but still having that perfect love she ever had. So it was just so many wonderful things in this film. And I feel like I have to go back and watch it again and take notes because I actually took notes of what some people said. So as you were filming this, tell me a little about your thoughts in terms of what you gained from it. I mean, it was just so much happening and so much going on. What did you come away with? What did you take away from all this?
I got a lot of good things from my protagonists because they were very brave. They were opening under my camera sometimes after 1 minute of chatting, they are opening their hearts, saying that this is my birthday today and I'm very lonely and nobody is taking care of me and nobody even put a candle and buy a cake for me. So they were brave to share their real emotions with me. So I was so grateful, to them that that they can share it with me and then they can believe that I'm doing something important. Because sometimes I was saying them, we are talking to me, but please use my camera as a tool to transfer your story to you, for example, or
Yeah.
other spectators. Please use it like this. I'm not the main person, main character. You are the main person here. Just leave your story to my camera. So and I understood and I felt that we are so common. We have a lot of common. We are so equal. All of us have the same problems or joys in our lives, and that that in, so and s- that to talk with people is so important because when we are talking, we are maybe a bit less lonely in our lives because we are starting to create a small bond, like I created with this very shy lady wintertime. Maybe you remember her, the girl, shy girl with a trolley.
Yeah.
But we created a bond, and what's next? What will be next? Yes, and now we became friends
Yeah.
after this. So it's so important to talk, to chat, to exchange feelings and stories. It makes us human being.
And I especially, I mean, every single person touched me in one way, everything they said. I mean, and I was so moved by the gentleman that had gotten out of prison and was on the streets and
Yes.
didn't know what was going on. You gave him a shirt. And it was just like the little things we can do to help others is so important. That this film is just to me an important film that people need to watch.
You know, it touched me a lot the story of an old man who made a coming out under my camera, saying that he lived with his best his friend and it was his love, and he lost him, and he didn't even think about saying it openly and loudly that this is my partner, because in Poland it's completely not allowed. So so he made a coming out maybe for the first time in his life, and I was so touched with it. And at the same time I feel that he felt revealed when he said it. Yes, it
Yeah.
was like oh, finally I did it. I gave my story to somebody, and I'm a bit lighter then. I don't have such a pressure inside me
Yeah.
as I
Yeah.
used to have. And of course, the other guy, as you mentioned, Robert, this jailbird, this he was excellent. I met him like two years after our last conversation during the at night and at winter time, and he said that he has his wife take him in to their house. Yes,
It's so great.
and he said that he's living with her and with his two children, and he showed me on his telephone that pictures that he renovated his bathroom because he had skills that he's living with his wife, and then he has a dog. He buy a dog, because he bought a dog because he was so envy that I have one, and he doesn't. So I was it was this is my most touching character from the whole movie, because
Yeah.
he was such an intelligent guy and such a emotional, full of good things inside, but at the same time one day he made a big
Mhm.
mistake,
Yeah.
and he paid society for this already. He was for 7 years in prison, but nobody cares when he left. So it's such a difficult situation for people. I try to help him to give my shirt, or give him some money, but it's very so difficult to help a homeless guy. you know
Yes.
it's very
Yeah.
difficult, but I believe, and I believe that he's okay now.
Yeah. I just think it's incredible. And I loved the young lady, well, the one that sang for you, but I enjoyed the dialogue with the girl that had the rosary, because she was like,
Yeah,
that was such her heart. That was her, that kept her sane.
yeah.
And she asked you about your beliefs. So it was still a really great dialogue. What did you gain from that on a personal note for yourself
For the film or for this encounter?
with her encounter?
The encounter with her, it's very it's delicate thing, because we in Poland we have like 90 something percent of Catholics,
Mhm.
uh, and I'm a Polish Jew, but I didn't tell her about it because I'm an atheist. So not because I'm a Polish Jew, because I'm not believing in Jewish God as well, But but it was such a strange encounter, because she couldn't believe that I was not baptized, because she was thinking that everybody in Poland are baptized. How come? I was like a kind of ET for her, like somebody from outer
Right,
space.
you're like, wait, what?
Yes.
You haven't been baptized?
You are not baptized. Come on, how come? It's not possible. But she's living, just one street, very close to me. And we are saying, I can see her almost every day, and we are having like, but it built a bond between somebody who is a strong believer, and he even don't think that somebody could not believe in God, but she accepted me in the same time. She tried to convince me that 3 Hails Mary a day is okay, you know.
I
but
know she's like,
I
you know,
can, but she
hold
can
up the
live with
rosary.
me. Yes, Rosary. It
Oh
was,
my gosh.
but it's also about Poland. You know, this
Yeah.
scene is it's about it's typical in Poland.
But it's interesting because each person, like you said, had things that resonate with all of us, no matter where we live or what we do. From the woman who complained about the state with her surgery, with her cataracts. And I mean, we have these things happening all the time. So I think that's such an important thing.
Try to make this film universal, that it would be not only about Poles and Poland, but about human beings in a country. Like, doesn't matter what country is it, you know. I believe in America you have also patriots waving flags, and you know, or any right-wing Trumpist, or you know. So
Exactly.
yeah,
And what's interesting, all those people that talk to you, because actually they talk to you, you didn't talk to them, you let them talk to you.
yes,
Each one of these people, I know people like this, you know, and that's such a wonderful thing. And it makes you stop to just listen to a conversation and have somebody talk to you. And especially, oh, I love the man who started to tell you about the storyline the film could be and how you can shoot this. And then you should do this. And you know, it's interesting because he was actually, you know, had some good points to what he was saying. I was like, oh,
of
well, yeah.
course, and he had a dog, and this dog was a fiancé of our dog Lolita, and we have children together. We are family right now, you know.
So good. I mean, I wish we had a whole more time to talk to you. I just think it's brilliant. I really just feel that it's a film that's heartwarming. You know, I laughed so much and then I felt sad
Thank
in
you very much.
places and then I just felt happy in places. And I just feel like it does so much. So I just want to say thank you. And I want to thank the PR team that reached out to me because
Thank you
I'm
very much.
so glad,
Great. It's great. Great to meet
really, really, really glad that I saw this
you.
film. I want everybody to see it. But how would you describe this balcony in 3 words?
In 3 words, tribute to life.
And there it
3 words.
There it is.
Yeah.
Again, thank you so much. Brilliant work. And I can't wait to follow your journey.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you
Yeah.
so much for the balcony. I can't wait to go outside and start looking again at all the people I always wonder about
Yes.
their lives. Now you've
See
intrigued me.
my
I see. Oh, it's so brilliant. Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
And
Yeah.
here is my another daughter, but
Oh, right. And
unfortunately she's not in the film.
no, because she
Yeah,
said you
in the
never have
film.
time. She goes,
Yes,
he's on the balcony. He doesn't have time for anything else right now.
this is the girl. Yes.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, again,
Thank
congratulations
you so much.
so much. I enjoyed the film immensely. And have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.